Happy Wednesday, everybody. And it is indeed a happy Wednesday. We got the Power Wagon back yesterday. Pretty happy about that. But we've had a busy but not busy week, if you know what I mean. So we kind of just did a basic comparison between some SCX24 models. We set up a course and made them all kind of go through the same thing, and it's mainly stock models. Just if you're interested, kind of let you see how they all perform, how they look on the rocks, going through the same course. This will allow you to make a little bit better decision. We got parts in for the snow blower, so we can get back to work on that. We're really close to giving away the SCX24 Base Camp. I'd really like to hit that 50 subscribers before Christmas so I can get somebody that Base Camp before Christmas, but we're running out of time. We're so close, so help us get there and we'll get that thing out. That being said, going to try and get some work done on the Power Wagon this week. Did figure out it doesn't fit in the garage. So it's awesome because it's been single digit temps and the wind's been blowing 20 to 30 miles an hour every day. And now the truck is so big it doesn't fit in the garage, and so the options might be to work on it outside. Maybe might be able to air down the tires enough to maybe sneak it in, but I have a feeling if I want to get it in the garage, we're going to have to remove the rooftop tent, and then we can get it in there. And there's a fair amount of work to do, so that might be the best choice. I don't want to work on it outside, and there's a lot of stuff to put on it still, especially if we're going to go out and go beat on the thing like we plan. There's my dent. I'm going to hang it on the wall of shame. I will say this. I know why now. It dented. This metal, if you look, is so flimsy. They don't make them like they used to. Anyways, for the nerderies, the nerds, the RC nerds. Here's the RC videos. I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I'm going to let them do the talking in their performance. All one shot, all from the same perspective, so you get the same perspective on every run. I didn't cheat on any of them. I gave all of them 3 honest tries. Some of them got 3. Some of them got 4 or 5. Some of them did it for the first try through. I wanted to make sure each one made it all the way through the course, and for some of them it was a struggle. My personal recommendations, if you were going to get one for a newcomer, I would either get the Base Camp or I would get a C10. If it's somebody that's going to have a shelf queen, the Power Wagon is a great choice. I'm really happy with the performance of the Lexus model as well. It does surprisingly well for a hard body. The Bronco, it looks good. It's just too top heavy. It is the worst performing one in my opinion. Otherwise, they're all basically the same across the board. I do want to throw this out there. As you're going through the video and you see the stock models, let me know which one you'd like to see built. Comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really is going to help us out grow this channel, and it's going to help us give some stuff away back to you guys. So, okay, so the course will start. They will come up through here, up over this area. Here they can turn and take any path over they want. Over, down through these rocks. And then again through here, they can cut through here, or they can take the outer bank and cut through the rock yard, or through here and up and over the mesa, and finally through this final rock yard and out here. SCX24 Gladiator. This is the longest wheelbase. This one is all stock. Exception is servo saver has been tightened, O-rings on the steering links, and Velcro for the battery. Let's run it through the course. Next up, the Micro-B. Alright, next up, the AX24. This thing has a couple of mods, some wheel extenders, of course the O-rings on everything, some brass weight, springs removed and repositioned. So let's give it a go. Alright, next up we have the SCX24 C10. This has a RC four-wheel drive truck topper on it, rack, bumper, front bumper, axial wheels with Injora Super Swamper lookalikes on there. It has Injora double barrel shocks. It has Injora brass links, Injora big block red motor, and a Mofo RC black label steering servo. Injora box sliders as well. Let's give it a go through here. All right. Free Tech Komodo, Lizard Pro, Black Label Servo, Little Guy Racing Parts, grippers. Otherwise, everything else is Injora. Bone stock SCX24 minus I did the O-ring trick on the front steering link. Here we go. The SCX24 GX470 Lexus. SCX24 C10. Again, only have done the O-rings on the front and then Velcro on the battery. All right, so an original SCX24 B17 Betty Power Wagon. This one I have actually done nothing to. It is exactly how it came out of the box, minus some dirt on the tires. It is definitely a shelf clean, but let's run it through the course. SCX24 Deadbolt. Everything's been done. I think all that's left on here is maybe the battery tray and the frame rails, maybe the shock mounts and the body mounts. Everything else has been changed. This was the first one, first SCX24, and this was the one I said, oh, there'll only be one, don't worry. I think I've done everything I could possibly do to this thing. Might be time to put it on the shelf and let it enjoy a little bit of retirement. But before we do that, let's run it on the course. It shouldn't be any problem.
SCX24 Power Wagon. This is the long wheelbase SCX24. Typical mods with the O-rings and the steering linkage and the servo saver tightened down. SCX24 Bronco. Steering links have O-rings in them, and servo saver has been tightened down. SCX24 Deadbolt has the O-rings in the front steering linkage, servo saver has been tightened, and Velcro battery mount. SCX24 Base Camp with some mild modifications. This has some hot racing double barrel shocks on it, no springs. We removed the front and rear bumper. We moved the battery to the Velcro and so we could place it horizontally in there. We also added some brass weight inside the factory wheels. We did tighten up the servo saver and we did put some O-rings in that front steering linkage. And of course we did some trimming on the body to allow the wheels to tuck up there nicely. But even with just removing those things, repositioning those things, and adding a little bit of weight and some suspension travel, it makes a huge difference. So this obviously is not a stock comparison on the course anymore, but this wouldn't be a fully modified base camp. This is just a tastefully modified base camp, I would say.